Alright, what's up y'all? I'm Mike from Mars Fitness. I thought I'd make a little video showing you how I've kind of been going about my meal prep. Meal prep's been one of the toughest things for me throughout the entirety of my fitness journey. I've been in school, just having XYZ to do throughout the day. Sometimes nutrition kind of falls by the wayside. So we want to try and avoid that because there's the old saying, you can't out-exercise a shitty diet, and that's absolutely true. So tonight we're going to be making some turkey meatball pesto pasta, and the pesto is going to be using avocados to get some of those healthy fats in. So let's give it a shot. Alright, so we're going to get some water boiling, about 10 and a half, 11 cups, I don't remember what it was, about halfway up a fairly large pot like that. Over here we've got our ingredients for the avocado pesto that we're going to be putting on top of the pasta with the turkey meatballs. So we've got some basil, some lemon juice, about 2 tablespoons, about 3 cloves worth of garlic, 2 ripe avocados, a 1/4 cup of olive oil, extra virgin. You can add more. Gonna kind of dial it in to find the consistency that works, and then just some pink salt, black pepper to taste. Alright, so this is gonna be the easiest part of the entire recipe that we're doing tonight. Just toss everything in, starting with whatever you really feel like. It's not gonna matter. Bit garlic in there. I love garlic. Olive oil. Like I said, we can add a little bit more of that as needed to get the right consistency, but just go ahead and start off with a 1/4 cup. Alright, so we got our water boiling. We want to add whatever pasta you're choosing to use. I went with the Ronzoni Garden Delight. It's a serving of vegetables, and I don't think I've actually eaten a vegetable in like 3 years now, so that's probably not good. Anyway. Get it to a quick boil, dump the whole thing. Bam! Emerald. Alright, so I put the salt and the pepper in there too, along with the avocado stuff for the pesto. Just forgot that there were, grinders or shakers or whatever the fuck they're called. So I put about 3 turns of each in. So just go ahead and start mashing this up real good. You can use pretty much any tool. I've got a spoon here. It's working pretty poorly. So as you can see, or maybe not, shitty lighting, you're gonna get consistency that's pretty thick right now. So we're probably gonna have to add a little bit more olive oil. Just go ahead and toss a shot in there. And keep at it. Alright, so we got our pasta back to a roaring boil. You want to leave it uncovered. Just watch the time on it. Cook it for about 8 to 9 minutes. 8's going to be a little more al dente, which is the way I like it, so coming right along. This is the consistency you probably want for your avocado pesto. So it'll fall off the spoon, like you see there. You don't want it too chunky, but I mean honestly, unless you put it in a blender, you're not going to get it down to pesto consistency exactly. Alright y'all, pasta is done. We're going to drain it real quick and throw it all together. Probably need a bigger strainer. Probably going to burn the shit out of myself. Barely fit. Lost a piece. Just saw a little forearm pump going on. Get it out. Oh yeah. Now we're gonna hit the meatballs. So, go ahead and cut open your ground turkey package. I went with the 93% lean, 7% fat. You can do the 99% lean. It's a little bit harder to get them to like really form into the balls because it's so lean. There's no real fat to hold it stick. So first things first, you plop the whole thing into a mixing bowl. Got right here. Y'all probably can't see. There we go. Add some salt to taste. Stick them with the pink salt again. Black pepper. Now it's kind of up to you. You can do whatever you'd like to put on it. So I'm gonna do a little bit of garlic, probably just eyeballing, or like half a teaspoon. Same with some onion powder. Fix this fucking camera. Full action of what's going on over here. So, we've got ground turkey. It's got salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder on it. We're gonna add some this thyme leaves to it. I'm keeping all these at about a quarter teaspoon. But then again, I'm not measuring, I'm just eyeballing it, so who knows. That's probably a little bit more, but going with kind of like an Italian theme to these meatballs. And throw a little basil in there, just a touch. Alright, so now that I've got that ghetto rigged up so you can kind of see things, we're just going to go ahead and make the meatballs. So in my experience, if you handle these a little bit longer, it'll pay off and they won't break apart while they're cooking in the pan. There's nothing in them, there's no breadcrumbs or anything that people sometimes use to hold meatballs together. We're already making pasta, we don't need the extra carbs. So, make them about silver dollar size in diameter or so. They don't all have to be exactly the same, but if you keep them a little more uniform, then it'll be easier to gauge how they're cooking.
Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you, 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 won't you let the light shine through.
Alright, so these turned out pretty good. Like for the first time ever, I didn't have one that was like at the end that has practically nothing and one in the beginning that's giant, so that worked out good. So you want to heat your large skillet over about, medium high heat. I got mine on 6. It's kind of ambiguous though. And if you don't have one of these pans with the giant lid and everything, you gotta get one. Like hands down, has made the biggest difference for me in cooking all my stuff. Gets chicken done like literally half the time. You can just throw 4 chicken breasts in there at a time, put the cover on it, season it, put the cover on it, forget it, like 20 minutes, come back and it's done. It can just simmer in its own juices. It's amazing. So, go ahead and wait for that to heat up, and you can just start plopping them in. And as you're putting them in, you know, try and not crush them like I'm doing. You want to get a pretty good sear on them, just all the way around, lock in the juices. And so we're going to cook them, you know, till they're browned a little bit on all the way around. And then we're going to reduce the heat a little bit, throw the cover on it, and finish them off that way. You can also just go ahead and, if you wanted to, what you can do is you can throw them in the oven at like 350 degrees, finish them off that way. It just takes a little bit longer, and with the way everything else is cooking, I don't have the time. So, yeah, we got all my tiny kitchen around. So I can literally, in my kitchen, pretty much stand end to end either way. About 20 square feet, but you gotta work with what you got. Try and remember which ones you put in first. We'll obviously start cooking first, but not life or death. More important, meal prep. That's all. Ooh. So one thing you'll notice is that at first the meatballs are like very delicate. Like you have to turn them, you know, just so, or they're gonna smush and become patties pretty much. But after they've browned a little bit, when they get to be looking about like that, I mean, you can just throw them all over the place. Like, yeah, they solid up real quick. So don't worry about that. Just try and be a little gentle on them at the beginning. So these guys have been browning for a while. I went ahead and threw on the lid, reduced the heat down to 5. I'll let them simmer in there in their own oils. All right, so I cut through one of the biggest guys to make sure it was done. All good, browns are out. So these are ready to be tossed in with pasta and the avocado pesto that we made earlier. Alright, so basically, now you just want to stir it up a little bit. Coat the meatballs in a little bit of that pesto. And there you have it. Now one thing I want to mention is the pasta, both the pasta and the avocado pesto that I used were made, I guess I should say. Both of those were portioned for 6 servings. And now I'm gonna cook, I'm not gonna do it over again for the video, but I'm gonna go ahead and cook another package of the 93% lean turkey. So all in all, once I double the meatballs up, that will break down to about 38 grams of protein, 40 grams of carbs even, and about 12 grams of fat. And that's mostly, you know, coming from the, a little bit from the turkey, but mostly the avocado and the olive oil that we use to cook it in. So anyway, alright, now the not so fun part, I gotta do the dishes. Thank you guys for watching. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. If you don't, fuck you, you're a terrible person, hate you. That's probably it. Yeah, you're just a shitty person. Because, I mean, like, it's food. It's fucked up my food. It's healthy food, too, so, I mean, double fuck you. Yeah, anyway. Like, subscribe, check out the other videos on my channel, which is probably like 1 at this point. But there's more to come. Let me know what you guys would like to see. I'm gonna be doing some training footage, some tips, a lot more meal prep stuff because I don't feel like not enough people do that. I feel like there's these two worlds, like, you know, fitness and then cooking. But like, as far as like really good meals that you won't want to kill yourself because you're eating for the fourth time today, that doesn't really exist. So I'm gonna be doing a lot of that stuff. Yeah. All right. Have a good one, y'all.
Back from the dead.